Hi everybody, Sarah here with Salmond. The 4th of July is right around the corner, and in order to add a little more life and holiday decor to my garden, I decided to make this lighted garden globe. Stick around and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, for this next one, I'm going to be using one of these terrarium planters I picked up back in the floral section at Dollar Tree, along with some blue gems and some red gems that I did pick up at Hobby Lobby, I believe. The first thing I'm going to be doing is using E6000 to attach these gems to my terrarium planter, and once those are set, we'll move on to the next step. Before I start covering the terrarium with the gems, I do want to point out that there is this air hole here for the terrarium, and that just helps the airflow and helps the plants breathe if you're actually using it as such. But I would like to have this covered with the gems, so what I'm going to try to do is take just a thin piece of plastic, and I'm going to cut it down and I'm going to glue it over this, so hopefully we'll be able to cover this with the gems as well. And I'm just going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm just going to cut that down so it doesn't stick out, and then we'll move on with the rest of the project. Alright, slight change of plan here. I was going to use the E6000 because it dries clear, it holds firmer, and it would be a more permanent solution. However, I think I'm going to switch to using hot glue on this because the E6000 takes longer to dry, and these gems tend to want to slide as I'm working, and I would like to keep them in place. So I'm going to go ahead and start using hot glue on this, and hopefully they will stay in place that way. Now that we have the terrarium completely covered in the red and blue gems, we're going to mix up some grout. And here I have some grout already in a disposable cup, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water and start stirring around. We want it to get to about the consistency of peanut butter or yogurt, somewhere in there. Now you can buy grout in the craft store, but I wouldn't do it unless you just want a very small amount. If you think you're going to use it for a larger project or more than once, go ahead and buy it at a home improvement store. You'll get a larger quantity, and you'll end up paying less for the larger quantity than you would for the larger amount, or the smaller amount in the craft store, rather, in most cases. Okay, so there we have our grout all mixed up, and what we're going to do is just start applying it in between all the creases here of our terrarium, and it's okay if you get it on the gems. We're going to take care of that here in just a little bit. Covered in the grout, what we're going to do is take a damp sponge, and we are going to just start gently wiping the grout off of the piece. And we're going to go all the way around, and it will take several passes to get the grout completely off how we want it. Now, as you can see, it's pretty hazy. It doesn't look great yet, but it will start clearing up the more we work with it. Now that this piece is completely dry, it's ready to be cleaned up, and I'm just going to use a little bit of Windex and a soft cloth to polish up all the glass pieces. And I did want to point out, as you can see, just gluing a piece of plastic over that area where the air hole was worked perfectly. So I am thrilled with the way that turned out, and let's get started and just go ahead and polish this up. Now for the last step, all we're going to do to get this to light up at night is take a string of the battery operated LED lights that they have at Dollar Tree, and we are just going to stick these inside and turn them on. And that's all it takes to finish up this project. It will glow just beautifully at night, and I will get some night shots of this later and you can see just how nice it looks. What I discovered when I was going to put my lights into my globe here is that the light blue of the stones that I was using, the decorative pebbles, when they were lit up, they actually shone through clear, so they did not look blue at all. So you will want to test your stones. If you like the white and clear at night, that's perfectly fine. I decided that I did want them to be blue, so what I did was I got some of the blue gallery glass window color, and I just happened to have this royal blue in my stash, and I went ahead and took a paintbrush and I just went in and dabbed the blue paint, and it dries transparent on all of the spots where I had the blue pebbles glued down, and we're going to go ahead and let it dry. But I think this is going to be a perfect solution so that these glow red and blue at night.
So here's my finished product in the garden, and I absolutely love the way it looks. It'll add a little spark of color for the holidays. It is not something I would leave outside year-round or for long periods of time, and being battery operated, you do have to be careful to turn it off at night, but I think it turned out just perfect. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit that like button as well as share it with friends who may also enjoy it. If you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, and when the notification bell pops up, be sure you hit that as well so you never miss a video. And, as always, have a great day and stay crafty.